Greetings, everyone. I'm Michael, and this is Credit Kuri, where we talk about credit, finance, and investments. To celebrate Black History Month here on the channel, we wanted to highlight some exceptional Black business owners for their contribution and overall success in their field. Today's video will cover the life of Reginald Lewis, the first Black American to build a billion-dollar company. Growing up, Reginald Francis Lewis was born on December 7, 1942, in an East Baltimore neighborhood he once described as semi-tough. Lewis was strongly influenced by his family. His parents, grandparents, uncles, and aunts always encouraged Lewis to be the best that he can be. Reginald's grandmother would teach him the importance of saving, even cutting and peeling strips from the bottom of tin cans and nailing it to the floor of a closet to protect his savings. At the age of 10, Lewis set up a delivery route to sell the Afro-American newspaper. After building the business from 10 customers to more than 100 in 2 years, he sold the route at profit. Higher education. Reginald attended Dunbar High School, where he distinguished himself as an athlete on the playing field and a hard-working student in the classroom. He was a quarterback of the football team, shortstop for varsity baseball, a forward on the basketball team, and was team captain of all three. Lewis was also elected vice president of the student body. Despite the demands of sports and studies, Lewis also worked nights and weekends at a local country club to clothe himself and eventually purchase his own car. In 1961, Lewis entered Virginia State University on a football scholarship. After an injury cut his football career short, he shifted his focus to school and work. One of the jobs was a photographer sales assistant. He generated so much business that he was offered a partnership. Reginald declined because he had bigger things in mind for his future. A handwritten schedule that he kept says, "To be a good lawyer, one must study hard," and he did, graduating on the dean's list his senior year. In 1965, the Rockefeller Foundation funded a summer school program at Harvard Law School to introduce a select number of Black students to legally study. Reginald lobbied for his acceptance and got in. He made such an impression that Lewis was invited to attend Harvard Law School that fall, the only person in the 148-year history of the school to be admitted before applying. Career. After graduation, Lewis landed a job practicing corporate law with a prestigious New York law firm. 2 years later, he, along with few others, set up a Wall Street's first African-American law firm. Lewis focused on corporate law, structuring investments in minority-owned businesses, and became special counsel to major corporations like General Foods. Mr. Lewis was also counsel to the New York-based Commission for Racial Justice and represented the Wilmington 10. He was successful in forcing North Carolina to pay interest on the Wilmington 10 bond. Making history. A desire to do the deal myself led Lewis to establish the TLC Group LP in 1983. His first successful venture was a $22.5 million leveraged buyout of McCall Patents Company. It was a struggling business in a declining industry. Lewis streamlined operations, increased marketing, and led the company to 2 of the most profitable years in McCall's 113-year history. In the summer of 1987, he sold the company for $65 million, making a 90-to-1 return on his investment. Just months after his first successful exit, Mr. Lewis' unknown two-man team outbid huge firms like Citicorp to secure purchase of Beatrice Foods, which has 64 companies in 31 countries. At $985 million, the deal was the largest leveraged buyout of overseas assets by an American company at the time. As chairman and CEO of the new TLC Beatrice International, he moved quickly to reposition the company, paying down debts and vastly increasing its worth. By 1992, the company had sales of over $1.8 billion annually, making it the first Black-owned business to generate $1 billion in annual sales. Final years. The remarkable life and career of Mr. Lewis was cut short by his untimely death after battling brain cancer on January 19, 1993. He was 50 years old. Lewis is survived by his wife Lyota and his 2 daughters, Leslie and Christina. The family continues to support educational programs and organizations dedicated to equipping underprivileged students with resources to succeed. The legacy continues. In 2013, Christina, a former journalist for the Wall Street Journal, launched All-Star Code in honor of her father's legacy. It is the first nonprofit that focuses on helping young black men of color navigate the tech industry by providing mentorship, industry exposure, and intensive training in computer science. In conclusion, who was Reginald Lewis? He was a successful business owner with an intense focus who was taken too soon by his untimely death. He accomplished more in half a century than most of us could ever deem imaginable. His brilliant career was matched only by his warm and generous heart. That was our video. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching and enjoy your day.